Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavin.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Season 2, Episode 5, called Logistics in the Northern Plateau.
This sounds like my kind of title. You move the supplies around, you need a battle plan, how are you going to manage all of it, what towns are they going to go to, what are their supplies going to look like. Love this kind of stuff.
Well, they loaded up on all their stuff at
True.
the end of last episode.
Yeah.
Fought a very tough monster.
Now I'm wondering if that was like, here are the tough monsters in the north, or are we actually going to see them fight more, or is it just like, that was just setting it up being like, this is what it's going to be like?
Well, you thought other people's homes, the title meant they're infiltrating the demons' lairs, and that's why they're mad.
Really appreciate you pointing that out.
But I think the message last episode was really good.
I agree. I mean, it was Himmel taking the long route, not taking the ship, so that they could help people in their homes. Yes. Totally a Himmel thing to do. Way better name for the title than what I thought it was.
And I also think it's amazing that like Himmel's character is dead, and we're only learning about him through Frieren's memories, and just like how incredible a job they have done at like developing his character, even though it is all through Frieren's memories.
It's very clever.
Oh,
But the other thing is,
I love him in it. He's not even alive.
do you think that Frieren's memories are polished?
Oh, do you think she's a reliable narrator?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, she's been alive for a long time. She seems to remember a lot of things. But people always see situations differently. And it's interesting that we only get his perspective through Frieren. Now, I mean, obviously he did amazing things. There's statues of him in every town they go to. Everybody speaks highly of him. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just interesting to think about only learning about somebody through somebody else's perspective and not seeing them. I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, as I was saying that, I was thinking, like, is Frieren a reliable narrator? I feel like, yes, of what we know about Frieren, like, she's very, like, even-keeled, say it like it is, and she clearly identified, she's not the type that would care enough, do you know what I mean, about her own evolution to really dive in super deep. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I actually think the biggest testament to his character is the change in Frieren's behavior
Well, that's what I'm
from
saying.
trip to trip.
She doesn't care enough to make things up
Yeah.
about him to highlight her own, like, evolution.
Yeah, fair.
She is changing, and she is witnessing those changes in herself through her memories of him after the fact.
Very well put. Very well put.
That's about the highlight that you're gonna get from me today. See if I can figure anything else out. But here we go. Season 2, Episode 5 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End is coming right now.
I love a good tavern.
北部高原にも町があるんだな。
酒場が多いですね。ここら辺は北部高原唯一の穀倉地帯だからね。昔から醸造も盛んなんだ。
バスの旦那が言っていたぜ。ボースハフトが見つかりそうだって。
本当かよ。それ俺のじいさん。
ボースハフトってなんだ？
ハイター様から聞いたことがあります。大昔に大陸の大半を統治していた大帝国があって、その皇帝に献上された最上の名士だとか。フリーレン様のせいで飲めなかったと嘆いていました。事情があったからね。この町には長居したくないから買い出しを済ませたら。
フリーレンじゃないか。100年ぶりだが。
Oh my gosh, I'm
80年ぶ
excited.
りだよ、ファス。
ずいぶん細かいな。らしくないじゃないか。 顔ぶれが変わっとるな。酒好きの兄ちゃんは一緒じゃないのか。
ハイターなら死んだよ。大往生だった。
そうか、一足遅かったか。皇帝主ボースハフトの所在が分かった。手伝ってくれんか。お前さん魔法が使えるだろ
う。ボースハフトと魔法に何の関係があるの？
来れば分かる。
I love that she's using her magic to get beer.
ここだ。
これは行動ですか？
What sort of creature is he?
I'm assuming he's a dwarf.
ドワーフといえばコークを
Well, there we
浮
go.
かべるかもしれんが。
Immediate answer.
わしは町育ちでな、一から勉強したんだ。これも最上の名手のためよ。
It's probably gonna be rotten or
あの
something.
じいさんは何なんだ？
ファス、無類の酒好きでね。200年以上もかけてボースハフトを探し続けている。前回会った時も手伝いを頼まれたんだけど、魔王討伐の旅の途中だったからね、断ったんだ。
話しなさい。
ハイターを引き離すのが大変だったよ。お酒を探すのになぜ行動を掘って
It's a lot of work.
もともとこの地下にボスハフトを貯蔵した遺跡が埋まっているという伝承があってな。そして200年前、この石碑を見つけたことで、それが確信に変わった。
コ・エルフオですね。ボースハフトが最上の名手であることを称える碑文です。ミリアルデ。この碑文を書いた人物でしょうか？
ジョーちゃんは博識だな。
Yeah, did Fern teach her?
Must have.
小さい頃、
Oh, here
フ
we
リ
go.
ーレン様に叩き
I'm
込まれ
getting a
た
lot of answers immediately today.
魔導書の半分はコ・エルフ語なんだから、読めなきゃ話にならないよ。
She probably knows the person who wrote it.
やっぱりミリアル
Okay.
ここの碑文からボスハフトに捧げたわしの人生が始まったんだ。そしてそれはもう目と鼻の先にある。
遺跡が見つかったの？
ああ、遺跡まではたどり着けた。見た通り石室の扉が開かん。酒を保存するための強力な結界が張られていてな。
It's gonna be a room full of
お
liquor.
前さんなら破れるはずだ。
無理だね。
無理ってことはないだろ
解除に時間がかかるんだよ。あの子たちはそれを嫌がる。
う。その分報酬を出す。
魔導書。
金だ。来費金貨20枚出す。
They do need money.
話にならないね。
Guess not.
頼むフレイレン。ボースハフトを飲むのはわしの夢なんだ。200年以上も探してきたんだ。
嫌だ。
She's
フリ
negotiating.
ーレン様、手伝ってもいいんじゃないですか？
そうだぜ、ハスのじいさんがかわいそうだ。
What is a dwarf's lifespan compared to an elf?
Not generally as long, I would say, on average, but long.
My other question is, do you think the liquor's even still good or still there?
That's why you have the magical barrier,
To make it good?
to keep it preserved.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So yes, I think it's still good.
I just feel like this is gonna be a big disappointment.
It's probably gonna be like grappa or moonshine, like just
Yeah, if he's into that, great.
Oh,
I feel like it's not gonna be what they're thinking.
maybe it'll be better.
This is very typical of our conversations.
フリーレン様、金貨20枚ですよ。預金です。
大金だぜ、しばらくは生活に困らないぞ。
でもこれ解除するのに3
Three
ヶ月もかかり
months.
そうだけど。短いじゃないですか。
Now they're okay staying forever?
お受けします。
The two of them want to have money.
She wanted to leave. This is the first place she has wanted to leave. Could the magic
結界の解除も
gradually break it down? Or are they testing it?
What do you mean?
Like if Frieren goes back time and time again and casts spells, okay, do the spells erode, the defensive spells, or is it just like, no, she's experimenting, and when she gets the right one, we'll know?
That's kind of what I was thinking. She's learning about the barrier and she has to find the right key to remove it.
Okay, so it's
she's
not like gradually chipping away.
No, she's testing and studying. Otherwise, it would just be a brute force problem.
Okay.
そうだね。ボースハフトはね、美味しくないんだ。人生をかけるほど価値があるものじゃない。でも碑文にはエルフの中にはね、とんでもない暇つぶしをするやつもいるんだよ。ミリアルではいつも何もしないでぼーっとしているね。私たちエルフは長い人生の中で何かを探求することが多い。なぜだと思う？なんで？私みたいにならないためよ。ねえフリーレン。人生をかけて探したものが何の価値もないゴミだった時のことを想像できる？全然。それって何の話？私の話。遠い昔の。やっぱりまずいわね、このお酒。ボースハフト、即意識の時に配られた最低の安酒だね。私、この里に来る前に暇つぶしに碑文を彫ったの。ボースハフトは最上の名手であるって。
See, Adam, I
それ
told
に何の意味があるの？意味なんて何もないわ。
So was she playing him? Because she knows that the liquor is garbage.
No, he won't believe her.
Or was she just like pretending, like blah blah blah, and then when he's like, I'll offer you 20 coins, then it's like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think she probably didn't know for sure until she saw her name on the inscription.
Yeah, I know, and all that stuff that I just said happened after the inscription.
Yeah, but I don't think he's not gonna believe her after spending 20 years.
200 years.
That's what. Maybe it aged really well.
That's a
状
lot.
態の良好。まさかこれを口にできる日が来るとはな。祝杯だ。お前らも飲め。
Maybe get the money first.
これは
フリーレン、なぜボースハフトを探すのを断ったんですか？
ハイターってお酒好きでしょ？
当たり前です。
断言したぞこの生臭坊主。
もしも人生をかけて探したお酒がとんでもなくまずかったらどうする？
Maybe they have different taste buds.
そうですね。笑い飛ばします。まずい酒なんでしょ？ならみんなで楽しまないと。
なんというか。
まずいね。今まで飲んだどの酒よりまずい。何様子見してるの？シュタルクも飲んでみな。
やだよ。まずいんでしょ？
いいから飲みな。
クソまず。
本当にまずいな。 これだけあるんだ。町の奴らも道連れだ。
Okay, I kind of love his response because all I could think as this was happening is like if I spent 200 years of my life searching for something that I thought would be amazing and it turned out to be awful, I don't know what I would do. Probably not that.
I agree with you, but when you live that long, sometimes it's about think about how many memories he probably has looking for that. And now he found it, you have a sense of accomplishment, and he's gonna drink it with everybody from the town who thinks he's crazy, but he found it.
Well, I guess now that I think about my own life, it's like, yeah, the journey is the most enjoyable part of a lot of things. Okay, take it back.
残念な結果ではあったが、こんなに楽しい夜は初めてだ。お前さんたちがここにいてくれてよかった。
I love that.
酒は楽しく飲むに限るな。
You better have gotten those coins though.
Seriously.
We've passed a year.
Oh my gosh.
はい、シュタルク様の分のパンです。
Oof.
なあ、聞いたか？このパン。
That needs a soup.
食べ物が出していい音じゃねえよ。
ここ1週間、ずっとこのガチガチのパンですよね。贅沢言わないの。北部高原は穀倉地帯のビーア地方を除けば不毛の土地です。今は物資も流通していないんだから、少なくとも野営の時はこれが主食だよ。
悲しい。
まあでもあと半日も歩けばまともな食事ができるかな。
Gotta start hunting some squirrels.
立派な城塞都市だな。
ノルム商会の所領だよ。
Norm
中心にあるの
company.
はその本部だ。ビーア地方の小麦を中心に様々な物資を扱っていて、北部高原に点在する集落に物資を行き渡らせるだけの流通網と軍事力を持っている武装商会だ。国家の手が及ばない北部高原の人類圏の事実上の支配勢力だね。でもフリーレン様、さっき物資が流通していないって。それなんだよね。事情はわからないけど、時が経てばいろいろ変わる。もうノルム商会に前ほどの力はないのかもね。それでも北部高原では強い影響力を持っていることには変わりないだろうから、波風が立てないようにしないとね。
This is not gonna go well.
確かに一級魔法使いのフェルン様ですね。どうぞお通りください。そちらは？少々お待ちを。
どうしたのでしょう
Like we're showing the most wanted list.
商会長のノルムです。勇者一行の魔法使い
Norm company, I am Norm.
80年前の借金耳を揃えて返していただきましょうか。
20 gold
フリ
pieces.
ーレン様、借金なんてしていたんですか？ちょっとね。
マジかよ。
でも返すのはいつでもいいって。
書面上ではそうなっておりません。口約束はいけませんな。先々代はそこらあたりが甘かったようですが、私はそうはいきません。シュトラール金貨が3枚、来費金貨が20枚、銀貨に銅貨。ちょっとした貴族並みの資産ですな。
Wait, so how much does she owe?
先々代のノルム教には世話になったからね。釣りはいらないよ。
The interest is gonna smash her.
ふむ。全く足りませんな。
鉱山で300年働くことになっちゃった。私の旅もここで終わりだね。 何を言っているんですか、フリーレン様。というか、その格好は、カバンは
Is this for real?
全部借金の方に取られちゃった。じゃあね、フェル、シュタルク。元気でね。
どうすんだよこれ。
フリーレン様を買い戻すしかないですね。
She gave away all your
そ
money.
んなものみたいに。
残念ですが、あなた方にはどうしようもないことです。見なさい。
借用書の利息通りならシュトラル金貨500枚以上ですね。
北側諸国で最も信用のある来費金貨換算でも300枚を超える。あなた方に都合できるのですか？
これは無理ですね。
What does she owe
マ
him?
ジでどうしよう。300年も待てねえよ。
What could she have done to need to pay back 300 Reich gold?
Well, there's 80 years of interest on that. And I'm guessing the interest rates on the northern plateau are not consumer friendly. She probably took a bunch of grimoires. I did not see this episode
The
going
music
this way.
was a lot more cheerful than the scenario presents.
Are we thinking slaying a demon to clear the debt?
No, more than that.
I mean, these two could raise this place
She
to
was
the
like-
ground if they wanted to.
She was like, I just have to work in the mine for 300 years. They're
What
like,
is the
"Well, we've got
equivalent? Is that like
60."
5 years in prison? Like in a human lifespan? Like, I'm trying to figure out what the... Someone do the math on that for
He's
me.
like, hello, welcome to Norm Company. I am Norm. I need to find out what Fern did.
I don't think it's a punishment. I think she just
No,
borrowed
not
money.
what she did,
Oh,
but
okay.
why she needed whatever.
Got it.
And how Stark and Fern are gonna get her out of this. Break her out.
Fern won't do anything illegal.
あまり好きじゃないんだよね。暑いし、埃っぽいし。
Is she the only one in there? Those guys look dead inside. Oh.
小会長から話は聞いております。フリーレン様。
そう。じゃあ始めようか。
Is she gonna mine enough for 300 years in 5 days?
Oh. She illuminating the ore that they need.
.ここはまっすぐだね。
確かですね。
私を誰だと思っているの？
よし、やろうども。掘り進めるぞ。おお。
She's helping them open a new mine.
I thought it was gonna be a little more efficient than that.
先々代のノルム教はもともと北部高原に追いやられた地方貴族で、この不毛で貧しい北部高原に資金を投入して流通網を作り上げ、人々に安定した暮らしをもたらした英雄だ。当時何の期待もされていなかった私たち勇者一行に無期限で資金提供したのもノルム教。まさかその子孫からこんな仕打ちを食らうとは思ってなかったよ。でもわざわざ鉱山まで訪ねに来るってことは何か考えがあってのことかな。
北部高原の物流、ひどいありさまでしょう。
そうだね。あんな硬いパンは食べたことがないって仲間も嘆いていたよ。
でしょうな。私もあれは好きじゃない。 北部高原の情勢が悪化してから、我々は魔族との戦いで武装大将と軍の3割を失いました。流通網も壊滅的。ノルム商会が国であったらとっくに滅んでいる。しかし我々は商会です。資金さえあればいくらでも立て直せる。あなたがこの領地に訪れた時、女神様の導きだと思いましたよ。紙切れ同然だった勇者一行の借用書に大きな価値が生まれた。この鉱山は開発中のものです。銀行が見つかれば莫大な利益が出る。勇者一行の借金など帳消しにして有り余るほどの。フリーレン様ならそれを見つけるのも容易なはずです。
なるほど。その紙切れで私に言うことを聞かせようってわけか。
流通網が完全に崩壊すれば多くの人が飢えて死にます。どうか北部高原の民をお救いください。
You could have probably just asked.
Yeah.
それに我々を助ければ北部高原の果てでも柔らかいパンが食べられますよ。
したたかなところはノルム島と変わらないね。まったくこれだから商人は。わかったよ。それで手を打とう。どちらにせよ先々代から受けた恩は返すつもりだった。
まさか本当に
How long did
が
it
見つか
take?
るとはな。
Not long.
ただいま。出発しようか。
よかった。どう
It was like a day.
っていたんだぞ。
今夜には鉱山を襲撃する予定でした。もう血の気が多いんだから。それより二人ともこれからは柔らかいパンが食べられるよ。
どういうことなの？
That was kind of, I don't want to say a nothing episode. We didn't really, like, they went in and found this liquor that was terrible. And that was a memory of Hyder and...
But this is how every episode goes, Adam.
No, I
His
understand that.
journey is about her, you know, having similar experiences, but
This one,
absorbing them in a different way.
no, I understand that. But this one just seemed a little fluffier than the other ones. To me, for whatever reason.
This message, I think, in this episode was the epitome of like the journey is more important than the destination.
And I agree with that. But sometimes I feel like they advance the story at least a little bit in every episode. And maybe that's the Northern Logistics Company like coming back, and maybe that will play a role later on. But it just, the other ones hit you with that lesson and kind of further the storyline. I don't feel like the storyline was furthered here. Love the journey, like the looking for the liquor. It didn't, I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling right now.
With the logistics company, it's just speaking to the fact that the northern populations are struggling, and I feel like Frieren has an opportunity to like bring prosperity back to that region.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with all of that. I don't know, it felt for me different than the other ones. Not that I didn't enjoy it as much.
It's also speaking to the purity of like how not just people were back 80 years ago, but like that guy's grandfather was like a really good guy. And he, you know, was collecting a debt that was never going to be collected on.
Yeah.
And just, I
Three
don't know,
generations to ruin a business.
I think it just, I wouldn't call it a nothing episode. I like this episode. I like every episode.
No, I enjoyed watching it. It was just...
The ending was interesting though. She's just like, all right, let's go. And they're like, oh, we were just planning on how to break you out.
Hot-headed kids.
Okay, well, not the response I thought we were going to get from Adam.
Keep you on your toes.
Was partially heartbroken for Old Man Fast, but he seemed happy in the end. And yet again, Frieren knows everyone. Even the elf that wrote that, like, what is that called? Tablet.
I feel like if you live for thousands of years, you'd know lots of people too.
I don't think I would have been like, oh yeah, I know Cleopatra.
You and Cleopatra definitely would have been friends.
Adam's ruining this episode. I thought it was good. Somebody else, please, did you think it was good? I know you did. So let's tell Adam why it was good. He needs to hear from you. So let us know in the comments below. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Frieren Beyond Journey's End coming next week. Bye.